Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the PSERTOYS, at least I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. It's PSERTOYS. Don't see how else you pronounce it without making the P silent. But who knows, and that's kind of irrelevant. This is a third-party, unauthorized, unlicensed The Batman Who Laughs action figure. Ordered this thing from Toys Metaverse. One of my subscribers told me about it. Didn't even know this thing existed, but I'm curious to check it out. As I understand it, it stands about 6.5 inches tall, which is pretty good, healthy size for a 1/12 action figure. So, let's take a look at the packaging, which is pretty odd. There's a coffin here, and I can't really think of how he's associated with the coffin, besides the fact that he almost died, the Joker died, Batman almost died, and became the Batman Who Laughs. Black coffin. So, looks like, open it up, and bam, actually looks really cool so far. Ha ha ha, all over this. We have a Batman symbol, giant lips, some chains here, looks like some magnets. Really cool packaging, even though don't really see the significance of the coffin. Still something kind of cool. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He comes with 6 alternate hands, totaling 8 interchangeable hands, 2 knives, and then a chain with a couple magnets. And let's not forget that coffin behind him. But before I take a look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is the PSERTOYS, the Batman Who Laughs. So far, actually feels really good. Feels sturdy. Size, perfect. Don't get me wrong, I do prefer 7-inch scale, but if it's going to be 6-inch scale, I like it to at least be about 6.5 inches tall, which he is. Start with his head here. It looks fantastic. He's got that spiked crown. Always makes it wonder, how can he possibly see? Nice personality on the cowl. You can see some wrinkles in the brow there. The signature Joker smile. Thin chin. Red lips. All looks good. Now with the actual cloth outfit. Kind of a leathery type material. I can see one little string sticking up over there. All these little sort of buckles in front. S&M. Looks like double jointed elbows. Double jointed knees. Flaps here. Feels like there's a bendy wire going back here. Overall, he definitely looks the part. He looks good. I always think to myself when I get an unauthorized, unlicensed 1/12 scale cloth figure, is it as good as Mezco? Is it better? Is it worse? He's probably pretty close, maybe just a hair below Mezco, and that's exactly what I'm hoping for with these type of releases. And just a closer look at his face and head sculpt. Excellent job on the face and head sculpt. Looks great. The sculpt, the paint, detail is superb. Has that creepy look. He's happy. And looking a little closer at that string that's sort of sticking up over here. Now it looks like each of these different sort of pieces are sewn together at different points here. Kind of interesting. And where they're stitched together, they kind of have a little bit of string sticking up. Not sure how well you guys can see that. Kind of interesting. And if you look real close there, you can even see some blood dripping out of his mouth. I did end up trimming that down with scissors about as far as I possibly could. It looks a little better. I'd say it's more noticeable zoomed in like this than it actually is in person. And here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories. And let's start off with this big ass coffin. So we got this coffin. And I don't think there's any significance to the Batman Who Laughs in a coffin. Black. I know we checked this out earlier. Come on, get out of there. Open it up. Bunch of Joker stuff. Ha ha ha. It's got a big smile. Inside you got the foam, of course. You could easily put your figure back inside of here. But like I said, I don't know any significance of the Batman Who Laughs and a coffin, but you want to put them inside. Bam, no problem. Got the foam, or of course you can take the foam out. Either way, I don't know why exactly it's packaged this way. It's kind of cool, kind of unique. I'm not really complaining about it, but it's definitely not something that's going to go with this figure in my collection. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 8 of them, 4 left hands and 4 right hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are some completely flat hands. I don't see myself ever using these hands for this guy. Maybe if he's bitch slapping his little Robin Crow. Here he is with his second pair of hands. These look like some open hands, some clawing hands. Then his third pair of hands. This is a pair of regular open hands. They would look good relaxed at his sides. And here's his final pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. Now let's look at his knives. He has two of them. This one is like a little sickle. Handle's kind of boring. It's got a little sort of circle here, and then the blade. Then we have the other one. It's a little bit more of a traditional knife. A little bit better sculpted detail on the handle. Has a little circle there. Maybe his chain is intended to go in those circles. Here's the Batman Who Laughs, holding those two weapons. He also has his chain. It's a very thin chain with two really strong magnets on either side. The magnet is very strong and attaches the chain nicely, almost too well. Kind of connects to each other too, makes a big old ball, like I said, very strong. Now my first thought was, oh, that's going to sort of connect to his hand, that way you can have the chain in there. But no, it doesn't connect to anything on the Batman Who Laughs, so I was a little confused how you're supposed to use this. Here he is, holding the chain without any magnets. Add the magnets, and it's going to secure it better to his hands, but it doesn't look better. I can't imagine this is what you're supposed to do with them. Maybe, just maybe, it's supposed to be something like this. Put the chain through the loop here, use the magnet to keep it in place, and he can kind of throw his knives with the chain and pull them back. I don't know. And you could very easily hold both of his knives at the same time. Now that you've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height from bottom to the top of his head. Standing at about 6.5 inches tall, which could translate to about 16.5 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the ears, about 6.75 inches tall. Now for his articulation, starting with his head here, of course, it can rotate from side to side. He can look up a very good amount, down a lot as well. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders, ball joint, goes up more than 90 degrees, obstructed by the cloth. Up, down, around. They can go up pretty good amount as well. He's got bicep cut of sorts inside of there. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate, and it is hinged as well. In his torso, he's got some kind of ball joint here, but minimal range of motion. His waist, he's got another ball joint. Gets a lot more range of motion out of it. Legs, goes out about this far, obstructed by the pants. They go forward about that much, back not much. There is some kind of thigh rotation inside of here. Double jointed knees. Boot can kind of move, but that's just sort of the piece on the outside, not exactly articulation. And then his ankle, forward and back, rotate, comes out, tilt rock. You can sort of pull them off. They don't really come off easy, but when you're moving around a bunch, it can happen. I notice his head, it can also sort of come out. Like I said, not easy. Here's a Batman Who Laughs, holding the two of his knives. Here he is, with three of his Robin Crows on leashes. And here, with a whole army of Robin Crows. And here he is, next to McFarlane's Dark Knight's Metal team. He's a little bit smaller, but not by too much. Now let's check him out, next to some other action figures. Starting off with some other Batman Who Laughs figures. Here he is, next to McFarlane's the Batman Who Laughs. It's a pretty nice figure. A little bit taller. I prefer the 7-inch scale. But this guy is perfect for my 6-inch scale collection. They're both really, really nice figures. McFarlane's a little bit better bang for your buck, but I'd say the PSERTOYS one probably looks better as a whole. I did a head swap on another regular version I had. That way I have a screaming one as well. Then here, next to McFarlane, the Batman Who Laughs Sky Tyrant version. And now, next to McFarlane's Mortal Kombat 11, the Batman Who Laughs. Here he is, next to the DC Direct, Batman The Adventures Continue, the Batman Who Laughs. Then, with McFarlane's Superpowers, the Batman Who Laughs. McFarlane also made a wee little one in their Page Punchers line. The Batman Who Laughs has taken many forms over the years. Here's the infected Batman. This was him right after he got infected by the Joker toxin. And he was wearing this suit as he killed off the entire Bat family in Justice League. In the events of Speed Metal, which takes place after Dark Knight's Metal, he transcends to a different being. Here he is, with the Build-A-Figure, the Darkest Knight from McFarlane. Here's my entire collection of the Batman Who Laughs in his traditional suit. He's gotten a lot of action figure love lately. Now let's check him out, next to some other third-party, unauthorized, unlicensed action figures I have in my collection. Here he is, next to the Fan Super Arkham Origins XE Suit Batman. Then, next to the SSR, Knight of Vengeance, Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman, and Endgame Joker. And here, next to both the Mixmax Deathstroke and Two-Face. Then, next to an Anton Custom, or Notice Studios, Keanu Reeves, John Constantine, Robert Pattinson, Bruce Wayne, and Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne. And now, next to an AC play, Robert Pattinson, Bruce Wayne. And here he is, next to a couple of Patriot Studios, Resident Evil Zombie Cops. And now, with the PSERTOYS, Men in Black figures, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. And here he is, next to a Noir Toys, Gotham by Gaslight Batman. Then, next to a Felix Toys, Joaquin Phoenix Joker. And finally, next to some Patriot Studios, Joaquin Phoenix, Arthur Fleck, and Joker figures. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a PSERTOYS figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work way larger. Here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. And here he is, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. Here he is, next to a bottle of sunscreen. Then, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is, with some Mafex figures. Then, with some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here he is, next to some Mezco 112 collective figures. And now, with some Jazzwares AEW wrestlers. Then, with some Mattel wrestling figures. And here he is, standing with some NECA figures. Then, with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here he is, with some McFarlane toys. And now, next to some DST or Demon Select toys. And finally, next to some Jakks Pacific wrestling figures. So overall, this is a very nice The Batman Who Laughs figure. Every time I get a 1/12 scale cloth soft goods figure, I compare with my Mezco figures, and this guy's pretty damn close. He fits in scale-wise perfect with them, style-wise perfect, and his quality is just a hair below them, and that is actually a very, very complimentary thing. My real only complaint about him would be his feet come off kind of easily when you're posing and moving around. Also, it kind of looks like the buckles here on the front are not fully lined up on the bottom there. I keep trying to rotate it, and it just doesn't seem to go into place properly. I also have a little bit of paint missing on his right hand here. That being said, his accessories are great. The cloth outfit, it fits on him, not too tight, not too loose, just right. Sculpt and paint job are excellent. If I were to rate this figure, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Enjoying him more than I expected. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.